Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this reaches you. Of course, this week with me, Johnny Marquise, and I'm here for the third straight week. Knock on wood. Keep it going. Anyway. Before I get started here, I do have to say this week will come Thursday. It'll be an entire year that myself and Corky have been together. That's our first anniversary of being a couple. And I can't wait. Celebrate it with him on Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that first. And of course, love you. And be back to see you in March. Going back in March. Anyway, let's go through the rundown how we're going to do this. Obviously, you see me wearing a shirt. Obviously, this is before the LSU Florida State game. The season opener for LSU, not season opener for Florida State. We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit. We'll deal with that. I just went ahead and said it first. Gonna talk about, maybe get something for CD Deuce. Not, how was it put? A roast beef po' boy and stale French bread. I'll get into that a little bit, and that is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Other Saint stuff we'll kind of touch on. And say it ain't so, Joe. Come on, Joe. Really, Joe? Come on. Really? 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 We're going to come after you with F-15s? Oh, okay. Well, the problem is you have to get a military that's probably about 80 to 90% conservative already and try to say, go kill your grandma, go kill your mama, go kill your aunts and uncles, your cousins, your friends. Go kill them because we say so. Really? I mean, if you're going to throw out threats, you better be ready to back it up. That's all I'm going to say. But, come on, Joe. Really? The people who want freedom. The people who want the Constitution. The people who want the amendments. We're the bad people, right? You're going to say conservative people are bad people. Really? So I guess next thing you're going to say that Hitler loved our Constitution. That's why he went to war against us. Right? Right? How does that work? It don't work for me. So anybody that's got a right mind, correct mind, knows the American people are nobody's enemy. Yeah, we might be the enemy. Yeah, we are the enemy of your ideology. That's where we're a threat to. We are a threat. Yeah, we're not the ones burning cities down. We're not the ones killing. We're not the ones going to do things. And I heard another interesting point yesterday. There's no such, this thing is an assault weapon. There's assault people. People who assault, not weapons. Weapons can't get up and do things on their own. It's time to get back to personal responsibility. Yes, I am conservative and I'm gay. Yes, we do exist. We do actually exist. So, boom. Blow that out of the water. All right, enough of that. I can't get into that anymore. I represented this country in the United States Marine Corps. And I'm the enemy now? Come on. Really? All right, enough of that. One other thing I want to get into. It's time to end the Go Tigers. The man is gone. Ed Ogeron is no longer the coach of LSU. He's now bad-mouthing LSU. Yeah, he went and told that same Notre Dame team that got beat last night. Well, yeah, by a good Ohio State team. I'll give you that. A really good Ohio State team. Could be one of the best teams they had in a while. But he goes and tells them, oh, you got a better chance of winning national championship than LSU. Okay. Okay. So enough of the Go Tigers, all right? Brian Kelly deserves that respect. Give him the respect he deserves. He's the coach now. So, and I'll say it. He's the best coach we've had since Nick Saban. Yeah. And what about Les Miles? Les Miles had a good team that was inherited from Nick Saban. Wow. Yeah, that worked out really well. Then you saw what happened when it became his team, with his players and his philosophy. You saw what happened. Yeah, I think it went. Then somehow, some way, Ed Orgeron recruited well. He did. When he was recruiting coordinator at the tail end of the Les Miles era, and then when he became the head coach, he recruited well. Just couldn't get the right people around him until he got some guy named Joe Brady to come in here, and he got him from the Saints, and he had a quarterback named Joe Burrow, and that's why you won a national championship. No offense, Randy Pistorius, but you could have coached that team to a national championship. All right? I'll say that. You could have coached them. I could have coached them to a national championship. Anybody. George Peppers. Anybody could have coached that team to a national championship. As long as you got Joe Brady with you, yeah. And then Joe Burrow. Yeah, see? What happened after that? They couldn't coach. And what happened? Downhill they went again. So, Brian Kelly, this is your turn. Oh, yeah, by the way, TAF members and alumnus, we don't want that guy, Billy. We don't want that Napier guy. He's from Lafayette. We going to bring him to LSU? Well, he just went to Florida, and he's got a nice quarterback named Anthony Richardson. Really good. But basically, you know what's being said now? And Mike Garcia said this, of course, my Bayou State Sports Saturday co-host, because he's from Florida. He graduated from Florida. So he's a Florida guy. But he's right. Basically, by the TAF members and alumni and all that continued big donors that said we didn't want this guy, you got to beat that guy every year now. Every year. That's the bad part that comes down to Brian Kelly. He's got to win every freaking year against Florida. It's not going to happen. Do I think they beat him this year? Yeah. After this year? We'll see. But then basically you just put a bullseye around Brian Kelly. He's got to win every year now. Every year. He's got to beat Florida every stinking year. Or people are going to call for his head. Because we don't want the guy from Lafayette. Well, okay. You didn't get the guy from Lafayette. Your Eastern Division arch rival did. Now you got to beat them every year. So, there you go. So, and that means when you go to the Swamp, you got to win too. You got to win. But let's get to this game tonight. Did Florida State impress me last week against the Little Sisters of the Poor? No. These people they got this great team. Well, let's see them beat a great team. Let them see us beat a good team. That team they played last week, really? U-High could beat that team. U-High could beat Duquesne. I mean, come on. I'd give U-High plus 50 against that team. I would. You damn right. I would put it 50. I'd make U-High a 50-point favorite over Duquesne. That's just me. But yeah, I'm a high school guy. That's right. High school guy. Yeah, I got to get into that too. But no. Can Florida State match up player for player? It's not the other way around. It's not does LSU match up with them. No, sorry, Russ Mitchell. LSU's going to do better than 4-8. I'm sorry. But you told Matt Moscone, oh, they're going 4-8. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. How much money you want to put your job on the line, maybe? If LSU's 4-8, they will be calling for Brian Kelly's head. With that talent, the coaching staff he assembled, plus that talent, I got him at 8. 8. I think we're opposite. 8-4. I think the ceiling could be 9 if everything falls into place. That's what I'm sticking to. 8-4, 9-3. I'm not going any below 8-4, and I'm not going above 9-3. Because I could see 3 losses on the schedule. But not tonight. Not tonight. Not in the Superdome. Not tonight. The LSU's lost twice in the Superdome. Ever. 1983 against Tulane, which I still didn't understand that one. I remember that was on ABC TV. That was live on ABC. I remember that one. And the only other time was when they lost to Alabama in the national championship game. When, we're going to stick with Justin Jefferson no matter how bad we are. Yeah. That was Les Miles. That was the real Les Miles. Yeah, that was the real Les Miles there. C.D. Deuce. Okay, Saints, I'm going to tell you this. Mickey Loomis, I'll tell you this much. I understand. I really understand. But you wanted to get something for him instead of letting him walk next year for nothing. You're $4 million apart. Yes, you're $4 million apart. So more than likely he was going to become a free agent. Sean Payton was here. He'd have told you, Loomis, don't do it. I'll keep him, and he can walk next year. Yeah, he would have definitely done that. But Dennis Allen, I guess, don't have enough skins on the ball to stand up to Mickey Loomis at the moment. And, but you need offensive line help. Because you don't even know if you're starting. You don't even know if he's going to be ready to go. Penning's going to be out for at least 4 weeks. Yeah, you don't know about Hurst yet. You think Hurst is going to be ready next week for the Falcons. What if he's not? I already know, obviously you're going to move Andres Pete over to tackle and probably bring in Throckmorton at the guard position. Yeah, I understand that. You could do that. But in the meantime, you could have probably used a little help there. You know? You don't know, also the defensive line, well, you don't know about Malcolm Roach. You don't know if Davenport's quite ready to go yet. You don't know if, right. So you could have got an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, or, God for sakes, a tight end, which they still think they don't need. Why ain't they going after Robert Jasewski? I have no idea. Miami's got him out there. Why? Who knows? They think they're good there. I think his name, I don't know if his name Robert. I'll stick. Yeah, I may have said, came up wrong first name. Why'd you get at least a player? You're going to get rid of C.D. and you're going to get rid of a draft pick, and then you're going to get 2 draft picks in return? Yeah, I understand market value. I understand that's where it's slotted, and I understand that. But if you're going to move the guy, if you're going to try to get something for him, then get something for him. Not like, I'll say this because Mike Fazan said this on Bayou State Sports Saturday yesterday. He said, basically, Eric Asher said, you basically let a guy that's the talent of C.D. Deuce, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, walk for basically a roast beef po' boy on stale French bread. Yeah, that's real good. You ought to try that, Mickey Loomis. Yeah, you ought to try it. Not good. I can tell you right now. That bread better be fresh. Like they were every time you got a roast beef at Acey's Poo Hole when my dad ran the place and my grandfather owned it. So, yeah. So, okay, what about the tackle position? What about it? Is James Hurst ready? Is he 120%? because that's what he probably needs to be 120%. Is he ready to go? Is he literally ready to go? Or, like we said, Pete's finally looking like he's finally coming on his own. Ruiz is finally looking like he's coming on his own at the other guard spot. Yeah, finally it looks like they're getting this together. And we thought Penning would be that other piece. But maybe he will down the line this year. Who knows? But he was coming along. He was really coming along. He had progressed from the first game, the second, and then into the third. He was progressing every week preseason. So it's a shame he went down, got rolled on, but hopefully he'll come back soon. Then, do I think they got enough to beat Atlanta? Yeah. Atlanta? Yeah. They got enough to beat Atlanta. Michael Thomas is back. They are expecting him to play next Sunday, so that's good. West Jefferson. Stop the bad snaps, stop the penalties, stop the turnovers. You'll be fine. You stop those three things, you'll be fine. And score more, obviously. Obviously. Between the Jamboree and the game against St. Paul's, 7 points total. Yeah, that's got to change. Good news is you're playing H.L. Bourgeois, and you're getting them Thursday night at Hoss Memphis. Okay, that's the good news. That's the good news. Oh, and by the way, what was the score of the H.L. Bourgeois game? Well, first, okay, you lost 56-7 to St. Paul's. St. Paul's a good team. Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're a really good team. And they're going to be good in Division I. They're going to be really good. They got a good team. Trust me. They got a good team. But, that's right, you lost 56-7. What did Lafayette do to the H.L. Bourgeois? Oh, that's right, they beat them 56-7. Wow, identical. Both teams are coming in there identical. 7 points scored, 56 given up. So, yeah, that'll be an interesting game. But one of those teams is going to have to pick it up this week. But three things: eliminate the turnovers, eliminate the bad snaps, eliminate the penalties. Boom, done. I think you'll get a win this Thursday night against H.O. Bourgeois. On that note, I know I went a little long. Yeah, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. And make a U.S. Marine Corps veteran had to defend himself. Thank you. Thank you very much. On that note, I'm going to get on out of here. And as I always say, God willing, I'll talk to you again in a little while. Bye now.